Hey everybody, we are back on this awesome Thursday for another purpose talk. Waiting for my special guest to get on here. Hey,
Hey.
can you tag on my Facebook real quick? All right, let's jump in. Let's get started. Once again, welcome everyone, Facebook world, Instagram world. I think I'm even going on YouTube right now. Welcome to Purpose Talk. I have the honor of once again having my big sis business coach, all the amazing titles in person that she is, Morgan A. Owens of Morgan A. Owens Brands out of Cincinnati, Ohio, on with me for Purpose Talk. So before I tell everyone all of her business, let's jump right in. Morgan, tell them a little bit about who you are, and tell them a little bit about your journey to finding your purpose.
Yeah, so thank you for having me, Jasmine, my little sis. Yeah. I'm super proud of you and everything that you've accomplished. I'm just so happy to see you progress and grow. It's been awesome to watch. But for everyone watching that is not familiar with me, my name is Morgan A. Owens. I do the most. I am a serial entrepreneur, author, international speaker, blogger, micro-influencer. I do the most. I have several businesses. Mostly I concentrate on helping women and girls love themselves and out through fitness, lifestyle blogging, business workshops. I have a book called Finding My Sparkle that Jasmine is hosting. My book tour stop in Toledo whenever we get that going. But she adds to my sparkle, of course. And I'm super proud of her and her book.
Yes.
So it really meshes well with my purpose and my story, of course, with finding my sparkle. But I love it. So you asked, what was the question about me finding my purpose?
Yeah, so what was your journey to finding your purpose?
Yeah, so really my journey through finding my purpose, or how I say finding my sparkle, was finding that inner self-love. People who know me now would not have thought that I didn't have confidence in myself, that, I didn't love myself. I didn't have aspirations of being, anything other than just a corporate worker, which is fine if that's what you aspire to be. But I didn't have that self-esteem component that could even imagine that I'd be a full-time entrepreneur and accomplish things that I never accomplished. So for me, finding my purpose really meant doing the work of what does it mean to love me, right? And not what does it mean to have others love me, right? Mm-hmm. And so what I mean by that is not conforming to what other people's expectations were, not conforming in what I felt relationships should look like to be loved, but that overall self-confidence, self-love, being okay with being me, piece of finding my sparkle and finding my purpose. So within finding my purpose, I learned how to really help others find their inner power, or how I like to say it, their inner sparkle.
Yes. So we met, almost 3 years ago now via Facebook. Deborah Rayford actually had tagged you in some things, and then I scheduled a consultation with you, and then the relationship has just blossomed from there. And you have definitely been an integral part in me helping me to find my sparkle, navigating my own process to purpose, and all of that. What inspired you to really get out there? You know, your brand and your mission is really helping the, you know, women of color really level up in their businesses. How did you get to that place?
Yeah, so really working in corporate and, you know, being the only one on a certain level or being the only one in the room, knowing that there's so many other phenomenal women of color out there who look like me that are doing amazing things, that oftentimes they don't get the shine that they need. You know, I went to primarily all white schools, and so, you know, I was just tired of the narrative that only a few of us can make it, right? Only a few of us can succeed. So, you know, I started my first business 6 years ago. During that time, there wasn't a whole lot of Black female entrepreneurs. Like now, we are popping. Now, you know, every Black woman I know is an entrepreneur. But back then, you know, I was kind of alone in it. So I wanted to bring, you know, resources, tools back to my own community where people look like me. Because I've had the privilege of learning things on a corporate level that many entrepreneurs don't have, you know, experience in, such as like marketing, branding, social media, corporate sponsorships. You know, I've taught a lot of Black women how to get money from these corporate sponsors because they haven't. You know, it's something that it wasn't really said back then, but unless you know somebody, but now it's really prevalent. Mm-hmm. Thank you for your comment. But now it's really prevalent because there are dollars earmarked for minority businesses or communities to help build and grow them. And so that's really why I got into this space, because I wanted to, like I said, break the stigma that just because I succeed doesn't mean no other Black women can. You know, we have to get over that crabs in the barrel mentality and the mean girl mentality, because there's more than enough for all of us. And actually, when we work together, we end up making more money and doing much better. So
absolutely. And I think we, you know, I feel like we have been in that partnership, even in two different cities, you know, one up north, one down in the southern part of Ohio, being able to work together. And it's not about, you know, your name, my name. Is just like, hey, let's do this. Let's put this together. Let's make this work. Let's make the impact, right? So now that we're in this time, as you were talking about, you know, the racial issues that we face as Black women, whether we're, you know, working in corporate or working as entrepreneurs, what would you say to a woman in this time who may be finding herself struggling and loving herself and being able to put herself out there as the strong, not, you know, strong in the sense of like, I got to be overly strong because that's what I'm supposed to do, but like a strong, confident Black woman, like, I know my ish. I know, you know, I'm trained for this. I'm called for this. This is my life, but I'm cowering in a little bit because I'm afraid of what other races may say. What is your, you know, word of encouragement to them?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I mean, I think I would answer that in two different parts. So like the Morgan now in me would just be like, do you, be you, keep doing you. And if someone has a problem with it, oh well. The Morgan that worked in corporate, because I know how it can be. So I worked in diversity and inclusion as a consultant when Trump got elected into office. So people really showed their butts, you know, with comments and, you know, just bad mistreatment from, you know, minority healthcare workers at the company I was working with. So I had to be a little bit more corporate in my responses. But I would say, you know, if you have feelings of, you know, of trying to tote the strong Black woman, you know, first of all, you have to do what's right for you. So if you feel like you have to take a step back and just marinate and reflect on your feelings, then do that, right? Because what you don't want to do is explode and then really not get your point across, right? Mm-hmm. Because people are angry right now. You know, I've been angry, I've been sad, I've been, you know, everything in between. But I would just say take a step back and marinate, but also lean on your tribe. So, you know, lean on other Black women in your field and see how they're responding, see what they're doing. Talk to your managers. And if they're not really receptive, that's why you have HR, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it gets down to it, maybe that's not the best fit for you in that job. And maybe it's time to look at other options. I know it's hard to, work at a job where you don't feel wanted. Because at the end of the day, sometimes it's not all about the money, right? Your self-health, your mental health comes first. So, I would just look at all the different options. And don't feel like you're a Black spokesperson either for everyone, because we always get that placed on us as well. Mm-hmm. So, long story short, I would just still remain authentically you. People obviously know you're Black. You don't have to say, hey, I'm Black. As long as you're getting your work done, getting the job done, being the Black girl magic that you are, people will take notice and people will hear your voice. But like you said, you have to be confident still, in any other aspect of life, right? You have to keep being confident, but also, like I said, lean on others to see how they're handling it and any advice they can give to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I like how you tied into that, the emotional piece. We're in a time of racial tension, but then we're also in this place of like still dealing with COVID-19 and the impact that has had on us personally, as well as our businesses. And so I kind of want to segue and talk about how you were able to remain confident in who you were, in your purpose, as well as how you relied on your faith to get you through this.
Yeah, so when COVID-19 hit, I felt like every single day, when it was at the second week of March, every single day, something that I had worked so hard at was getting canceled, was at full stop, was just not happening anymore. I was on a national book tour sponsored by a global beauty brand, right? P&G Beauty. I had all my cities lined up for the whole year, right? 10, 15 cities. Logistics had been done. Getting ready to sell tickets, have sold tickets. And then I think the Toledo stop was like the last one we were holding on hope for. And canceled, right? All my speaking engagements outside of that canceled. Working in the schools, canceled. So literally everything that I was doing to make money as an entrepreneur had stopped. Because I had made a decision this year to do more in-person things, work smarter, not harder, and not so much rely on my digital platform, which I did in the previous couple of years, right? And so I'm not, I told everyone this, I'm not gonna lie, I was really hurt. I was really, I had a bout of being depressed. I wanted to stay in the bed, which I did for a couple of days, and just watch TV and tune out. People were texting me, calling me, and checking if I was okay, offering suggestions. And, I was like, I'm not really trying to hear all that, right? I'm not trying to, do my book tour virtually. I'm not trying to do this, not trying to do that. Like, thank you, but no thank you, right? So I was kind of like mad, angry, in denial, like didn't want to shower, didn't want to do anything.
Right.
But then, that's when faith comes in, right? So, just praying to God and saying, God, what am I going to do now? And I feel like he already said, you already know what to do, Morgan, right? So I had done stuff virtually, so it wasn't a big, anything new to me. I already had a virtual audience. I already had, email lists. I already had, social media following. And I had said I wanted to do more influencer work. I had just launched my blog at the end of February. So I said, okay, well, let me get on Amazon and let me get some ring lights and let me, research some stuff to take my own pictures. And I just started, right? So I prayed and then I just started. I got out of bed, watched my funky self, got dressed, sat at my home desk, and I went to work. So what was that? Writing, pitching, doing things that, would help elevate my influencer work, right? Putting together a virtual boss backup week, right? Just doing the work and not just laying in the bed and feeling sad. I gave myself a couple of days, and then I said, okay, it's time to boss back up, right?
Yes.
And just being transparent, that's how I always am. I'm not one of those, entrepreneurs who's going to get on Facebook and say, well, y'all should have been ready for this pandemic. Y'all should have done this. Y'all should. Like, whoever could plan for a pandemic? not in my lifetime. So yeah, staying very faithful and knowing, who the author of my next chapter is God, and just continuing to push through and do the work. And that's all you can really do is just keep going. Consistency is the key to being successful.
Yes, and the Bible talks about that. Faith without works is dead. So you could have, just laid there and been like, all right, God, bring me, these influencer contracts, bring me this, bring me that. But without putting the work, you wouldn't have been able to still be able to maintain, and not even just maintain, but still have, all that you have and still maintain the lifestyle that you're used to living. You know what I mean? Because so many times we get fearful of like losing that. But you made sure that I'm not going to lose this because I know I can put in the work to get it, and not only get it, but go beyond what I'm seeing even right now in this moment, right? So, with a lot of people, when we're talking about purpose, they are at that place where they're ready to pivot or shift or go to the next level. And, fear can really come set in and distract us, stop us, whatever. What do you say to the person who is like at that point and they're, kind of ready, not sure, that fear is there? Like, what would you say to them to get them to go beyond the brink of that?
I would say fear is a myth. When I pitch to a brand, I'm scared every time, but I do it. I can pitch to 100 brands and maybe 3 will get back to me, but I still think that's a win, right? Mm-hmm. And I always take that no or not yet or no response as motivation to, okay, well, let me work harder and I'll come back and holler at you, right? So I would say fear is a myth, and you have to just keep going because ultimately you have to believe in yourself before anybody else does. I know that one day I'm going to be on cover of Essence. I know that I'm going to secure a major 6-figure brand deal with a beauty brand, and no one else has to believe it, but you do, because you have to work towards that. So everything that I do is purposeful. Everything that I do is strategic in getting to those big goals of mine. And yeah, that's scary, right? Going on a national book tour, I didn't want to do it. But God kept telling me, you're going to do it. And lo and behold, like I said, I got amazing sponsors like P&G Beauty, My Black is Beautiful. And I did that all in less than 6 months, right? Yes. I put together a whole book tour with national sponsors. Who does that? That's scary, right? Mm-hmm. That's scary. Because I'm like, who's going to pay for this, right? Right. I can't pay for it. It costs because I'm extra. I got a firewall at home. I'm extra, right? So if it doesn't scare you, then it's not big enough. If it doesn't scare you, your goal is not big enough. So push through it. Even if you lose friends, even if you lose family. I've had my own family who said not to quit my corporate job, because they were scared for me. But look how things are going now. I've lost friends who told me, why do you need to start a business? Now look at me now, right? I'm sure people are like, why is Morgan blogging now? Why is Morgan doing more influencer work? Well, look at me now. I just made Medium's list of top 41
yes.
to follow. And I've just been doing this really seriously since February. So, Ralph is trying to
Ralph.
So, say hi, Ralph. So, keep going. If it doesn't scare you, dream bigger.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot, you brought it up when you talk about loss, because a lot of times when people start working towards their goals, the vision that God has given them, whatever it is, they're walking in their purpose, they feel like it's going to be just glitz and glamour. Life is good. It's just going to be peaceful. And they don't realize purpose is hard. It's tough. You go through these moments of pain. You go through these moments of loss. You go through moments of even questioning yourself. Did I really hear God right? Did he really tell me this? Am I really supposed to be doing this? So can you share with us one of those real moments where you had to face loss, a serious pain in the midst of all of this, and how that fueled you to keep moving forward?
Yeah, there's been plenty of times, that I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent, right? I came from, being sorry, I came from being, you know, a 6-figure business to, you know, with COVID, asking how am I gonna stay afloat, right? Because my office still wanted me to pay rent. My loft, you know, I still gotta pay rent. Ralph is an expense. So, you know, all those things that, you know, scared me, right? My savings was depleting. So it's like, how am I gonna survive, right? Do I need to go get a job? So all those things. But like you said, you know, you have to not only just pray, you have to do the work. You know, you just can't put it out there like, God, please help, and then you're not doing anything, right? You're watching TV. That's not how it works. So you just have to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Like I said, every time I pitch these brands, I'm out of my comfort zone. You know, I'm still navigating this whole world. So it's like, I don't know, you know, what exactly I'm doing, but I'm going to do it, right? Or another case in point, I spent money with a one-on-one with an influencer who's been doing this, right? I invested, you know, an hour session that cost, you know, a couple $100, money that I didn't really have to spend, right? But I learned a lot, and it's helped me grow more. Also, you know, investing in a blog course, how to be a better blogger. You have to take a risk to get to the next level. And I tell people that all the time. You know, scared money don't make money, but it also won't elevate you and what you're trying to do, whether in business or your personal life, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, when we first started working together, I was just really starting in business. So, you know, they talk about those first, 3 to 5 years, you're not really making money, you know, unless you're really putting in the work. And so it is a sacrifice, but I think it's definitely worth it. You know, so many people talk about coaches and, you know, like I said, you know, what are they going to do? How are they going to teach you? Where, you know, they're just doing it for the money, but there are legit people that really want to see you be better, you know, to go to that next level. And that's one of the things that I'm very appreciative of you for. Like, you don't just talk the talk, you walk it, you live it. You know what I mean? Like, you've put me in places to have connections that I would have never gotten on my own. You know what I mean? So I think what you give out is what you get back. And that's why you are at this place of like getting everything, you know, even like you said, it's only been a couple months, but it doesn't matter about the time as necessarily on the clock, but it's all about God's timing. And I believe you just have walked into this awesome time where he's, like you said, you're bossing back up, you're leveling up and just going to heights that, you know, you never would have imagined.
Right. So that's, you know, that's definitely part of it. And that's why, you know, I don't mind, you know, like recommending you for, you know, a national publication or whatever, because I know you're willing to invest in yourself. And that's part of it, you know, trusting in people that I know that are going to put in the work, that aren't going to drop the ball, that aren't going to, you know, make my brand have a bad, you know, taste in someone's mouth because I recommended somebody. Because as you know, your business and your word means everything to you. So
talk about that a little bit more. I know we're nearing the end, but talk about protecting your purpose, because I think a lot of times people see the opportunities start coming like this, and they are quick to go at everything and not realizing that they're putting their brand, they're putting themselves out there for potential risk. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so of course, everything that you do, you would have to make sure it aligns with your purpose and your mission. So if my purpose and mission is to help elevate and empower, you know, minority women and young girls, then I wouldn't partner with a company that I know has, you know, is not for us. Now with the change of climate, you know, this is a good opportunity to approach companies, approach different businesses who haven't been representing Black voices and amplifying them, and, you know, work with them to see what's the disconnect, two, how can you connect your audience to them in a beneficial way that's beneficial to both of you all. So that's what I used to do with my sponsorships. You know, I would approach corporations who I saw lack diversity, but are willing to share their resources and tools back to my own community. You know, that's a win-win. So yes, definitely protect who you work with. All money isn't good money. You know, I've been approached by, you know, like I said, companies that want information from my audience, but I feel like selling them for a dollar, isn't meaningful, because I've gained my audience's trust. So everything that I put out there, even influencer work, it's stuff that I've actually tried, and it's stuff that I actually like. And if I don't like something about it, I will tell you I don't like it, right? Because my word means everything to me, and what I don't ever want to do is get caught in a situation where I'm caught in a lie or not being honest, because brand mistrust is the number one killer of businesses. But also just your word. I mean, look at people online. People drag people all this time. Like Twitter be dragging folks, screenshot things, bringing stuff up from 2012.
Right.
So just be aware of what you do, and also stay authentic. Don't copy anybody else's sauce. It's okay to be inspired, but you want your own authentic voice, because people will see through, copy paste type things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So as we are, kind of nearing the end of this talk, I'm so honored to have had you on here with me. What are some final words that you would want to share with our viewers? Anything that you've got coming up that you want to talk about? Just give them a little bit of, Olive Morgan, what she's got going.
Yeah, so I have a Instagram challenge that starts June 28th. It's only $20. It's 7 days. I'll be teaching you how to generate great content, help you get your IG game up. If you're trying to, step that up, get more followers, get more clients, whatever it is. But also I have an upcoming Finding My Sparkle virtual experience. So just please follow me on social media just to stay up to date with all that. And my last advice for people out there that, it's hard out here. So it's hard for everybody. Don't let anyone tell you different. Take it day by day. Have your self-care days. I'm about overdue for one. I have just been working I have just been working nonstop, that my body is telling me, okay, Morgan, you need to like lay in the bed and not look at your phone. So I am scheduling that soon.
Yes.
And just take care of you.
Absolutely. This is self-care week for me. So, besides doing, this doesn't really work for me. You know what I mean? It's what I love. It's therapeutic. You know what I mean? So I'm good. But, I took a week off from the business to just be able to be at home and relax and woosah for a moment. So you definitely have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And please don't make me come to Cincinnati and make me force you to take care of yourself, because I know where you live now.
I'm going to.
But yeah, so once again, thank you for joining me. For those of you who have not yet gotten my book, In the Middle, it is available on my website, www.blessingsinDisguise.com. You can also get it on Amazon.com. It's a quick read, but it's so powerful that you won't even, you'll just be ready, and don't worry, there's more coming, right? This is not going to be the end of me as an author. So thank you. This is not the last that you will see of me. We've got the virtual launch coming on Sunday, but we've also got some other great things coming in store. I hope that you all have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye. Thank you.
See ya.